What's up, campers, glampers, crampers, and overlanders? We are here again in Cleveland National Forest in San Diego, and today we have a review of camping lanterns. As most of you probably know, if you live in Southern California, we are always under a huge fire ban. You can't even have campfires or charcoal fires, anything like that. Gas and stoves are okay. Gas stoves are okay as long as they have an on-off valve. So a lot of times we can do without a campfire, but it is really nice to have one, just basically just kind of set up the vibe. So I was looking for an alternative, something that wasn't too big, too bulky, because they do have those fire pit propanes that run on like 5-gallon ones that are pretty cool, that do actually provide heat, but we're looking for a quick alternative just to kind of set the vibe, really. I mean, it's kind of a luxury thing to have, but it's kind of cool to see at night and have a little bit of ambiance. So I actually saw a product at REI by Snow Peak, which is a really amazing camp brand that has all kinds of different crap, but there were these little glass lanterns that I really wanted to pick up, but they were pretty pricey. I forget what it was, so I ended up looking on Amazon for them, and they have a company called BRS Camping Company, I don't know, but I found them, and they're basically the exact same product that I could tell, and I've seen some of the reviews on the Snow Peak ones, and they perform about the same. This is a little glass lantern that comes in this little box that's padded, and you open it up, and basically you hook it up to those camping gas canisters. So I have a Coleman one here, but they hook up to the MSR ones or Jetboil. It's the same threading on here, and they basically just give you like a little bit of candlelight. They're pretty cool. They can hook up a single one on here, but I ended up buying these two extensions to make like a little candelabra, or like we call this one, what's the name? Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast. But it kind of just sets like a cool vibe. So I'll do a quick little demo, and then I'll shoot some video tonight so you can see what they look like all on, and kind of the cool little vibe it sets. But quickly, when I first got these and I was setting them up, I literally almost set myself on fire. It was pretty scary because you have to tighten these suckers really tight to these canisters so that they work. And what happened was I got out of the box, I hooked it in, and let's see if it'll do it right now. There's a point where it seems like it won't turn anymore, but you can hear the gas running, barely. Let's see if we can get it. Or maybe this needed to be broken in. But if you hear gas running, do not light this. And the first time you should try it, definitely do it outdoors. I was inside. Literally, the gas was just flaming, and I couldn't blow it out because obviously it's gas-powered fire. So luckily, quickly, I just untwisted it and it went out. But so basically just screw on like this. Let's see if we can get to that point. I don't hear the gas hiss. Maybe it just needed to be broken in. But once it's screwed on nice and tight, and make sure the gas is off, so all the way right on the minus when you're initially doing these. Once it's screwed on nice and tight, all you need is, let me get my lighter real quick. Okay, so it's not self-igniting, there's no ignition switch, so you do need a lighter or something to light it. So once the gas is off, what you do is you switch the gas on. Really, this says like plus and minus, but this doesn't really, I'll demonstrate, doesn't really put the flame open or bigger or smaller. So once it's on, you're supposed to light it from here. There's a little opening right there where you can put it through. But I feel like I have better luck just lighting it on top like that. And boom, there's the flame. And these burn at, what does it say, 6 grams an hour? It's 6 G's an hour. I've had them on all night running 3, the candelabra one, and it lasts a really long time. It uses minimal gas. So like I said, if you're twisting this, that really doesn't do anything to the flame. It stays kind of the same size the entire time. It does turn it off. So instead of a plus or minus, this is kind of like an on-off valve. So if I tighten it off, it goes off. So it's no longer lit. So just give it a turn so it's loose. Light it from here. Always be careful, obviously. And then it goes like that. How to make it bigger and smaller is this little part at the bottom twists. And so it'll make your flame bigger, and then it stops, it locks or almost puts it out smaller. There's a tiny little flame in there, but see, as you twist it, it goes off and on like that. And it's just a cool little ambiance thing if you don't want to carry like an actual candle. And I don't know if you're technically allowed to have actual candles with the fire ban here, because like if it falls over or something. From my understanding is you have to have an on-off valve. So on-off valve, boom, it'll turn it off. And like I said, it puts out some light, you know, when it's completely dark, and you know, it's enough to like put on a picnic table. That's one of the reasons why I got the candelabra style one, so that it kind of just dissipates the light and you can kind of set the mood. It's pretty cool. I bought 3 of these. I'll put the link to everything that I bought on Amazon. I'm forgetting the prices right now, but so these are 1, 2, 3. This horizontal one, and then this third right here is another part. So you can run these in a lot of different configurations. Like you just saw the single one, and then this goes on this side. I'll do a demonstration of all 3 like that. If you buy this horizontal one, this is by Camping Moon. It comes with a little cap right here, so you can run just 2 of them like that, or you can run 3 flat, but I bought the one just, I don't know, because I thought it looked cooler, to put this little extension by, is this the same company? Lantern Pole Mini. So I guess it is the same company. It feels like the materials are the same. But anyway, so that just screws onto here. And then I'll demonstrate what it looks like with all 3, and then we'll shoot some footage tonight so you can see the kind of vibe it sets. Let me get this other one on real quick. So once you have, like I said, this screws on just like this. Got it off the canister. And then these have self on, off. So if you put this in first without the 3 little lanterns, there won't be gas running. You have to actually engage the little button in there for it to start putting gas out. So they're off, off, off. Like I said, then you just screw this in here. Careful not to cross thread it, obviously. So get it nice and tight. It's a little easier with this thing actually, because you have some leverage on there. Boom. And then I do it one at a time. So I'll, like I said, quick little turn just to release the gas. Light that, flame drops in. This one here. Boom. One more. Ooh, that one was big. See that I can twist this down and it'll make the flame a little smaller. And when you have 3 of them, you got to kind of adjust, because obviously it's sharing one gas line with all these. So make that flame a little bigger. And that's what it looks like during the day. And that's basically how it goes. See, it says that these are windproof, but honestly, in like a little bit of wind, they kind of go out. Like, as you can see, there's a little wind right now. See how they're kind of flickering? Especially if you have them on the low setting. And if you just kind of blow them, oh wow, it's actually doing really well right now. I guess it depends on the angle, because like I said, each one has this little cutout where you can actually, where you're supposed to light them, like I said, through here, and the flame goes up. So if you put those not facing the wind, it'll probably be a little bit more wind resistant. So I'm going to turn these off like that, just so they're not on while we're talking about them. So apparently these are made out of aluminum alloy, copper, and stainless. I've only used them a few times, and like I said, it sets a really good vibe, so I don't know the longevity of how these work. Let's see if this is cool enough already. This glass is actually just stuck on. It's pretty sturdily in there. You can feel, yeah, it's not that bad. But with a couple O-rings, so you can pop this glass part off if you need to clean them, because moths will be attracted to these, and I've had a few go in there and get burnt up, unfortunately. It has this little, I'm assuming this is the stainless part on top, these little glass clips. Here we go, I'll throw this one. And these come off like that. You can bend these out a little bit so they're a little bit more sturdy. When I was taking one out, actually, of the case, I don't know what happened, but it like slipped and a little piece of the glass did chip off. Like I said, I had these on really tight. So, but what I started doing when you're packing these back away is put them in glass first, because you don't want to be squeezing the glass to pull them out. They're not that hard to get out of the containers that they come in. And like I said, the containers are padded, so they have this little padding in there, and then they have this little padding on top, which I figured, there's a lid, it goes in like that and then down. But like I said, then you're pulling the product out by the glass. So what I ended up doing is putting them face down. I feel like that's a little bit more safer. And then this just gets like squished up in there, and then it stays like that. And that's how they pack away. So I have 3 of these in my camping box. So it says here's what the description says from Amazon. BRS Outdoor Glass Lantern, Dreamlike Tent Candle Lamp, Portable Tent Lantern, Glass Mantle Lantern. But it says in the product description, obviously you don't want to use this in a tent or inside anywhere, just for safety reasons. This glass does get hot, so I assume if it fell over onto a tent, it could probably burn, cause a fire. So please use this in a well-ventilated outside area. But let's go to some night shots, and we'll give you a kind of look at the kind of vibe this sets. So it's about 6 o'clock now. Twilight, the sun is behind the mountains already. So let's see what this looks like kind of around this time when it's not fully dark. So we'll open the gas things, twist them, quick twist. Drop that. I think this is the big one. Quick twist. So that's what it basically looks like right now in like a twilight kind of light. Now you can put these, like I said, twist the glass, and you can put them on low setting-ish. And so, this one's kind of wonky. I don't know if it will go as low. There you go. So it's like a lower setting. But if you wanted to put them on high, and these only twist to a certain point too, so you can't over gas them up. Same with down. And then kind of put it sideways if you could play cards by this, eat dinner. As you can see, it kind of lights up the table decently. It's not an actual use it for light. This is more of like a vibe thing, like I said. So we'll do another video once the sun goes all the way down. It's completely dark, so you can see what it's like without any light at all. Okay, so now it is completely dark. I have my headlight right here lit. So let's light this guy up, turn the headlight off, and let's light this up so you can see what it's like in complete darkness. Let's start with the top one. And I'm sure you'll see moths starting to come around. Oh, there they are. See? So there we go. It's on their high settings right now. Take a look at the table. This is how kind of lit it is. Like, it's good enough to play cards or something, eat dinner. So there we have it. So those are the BRS candle gas lantern things. We really like them. We usually have a little setup behind us where we set it up. Maybe I'll put a shot like that at the end of the video. And yeah, pick them up. I'll put the link in the Amazon. Like I said, you can run 3 or 1 configuration. You can have you could also purchase the vertical one here or have them all in a row. So yeah, thank you guys for watching Camptopology. See you next time.